Welcome. And in an exciting committee debate, Mr. Brock comes in to absolutely mop the floor with one of Trudeau's pimples. Just watch as he squeezes the answers out of him.
And good afternoon, gentlemen. Thank you for your attendance today. My focus will largely be with you, Mr. Moore, but I invite anyone else on the panel to weigh in if you feel you can contribute in some fashion to the response. I appreciate your opening statement, Mr. Moore. We've heard that from a number of officials at CBSA, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but I'm not interested in lessons learned. I'm interested in how we got here and the issues that are really concerning to Canadians. There seems to be a culture of hiding information, threatening those that come forward, reprisals, and a general lack of accountability from senior leadership at CBSA. This committee has bona fide concerns that CBSA's top brass is covering up and deliberately trying to hide their actions while scapegoating others. There are now over 12 investigations taking place because of this debacle. My time is limited. I'm going to be asking for straightforward and honest responses, please. Mr. Moore, we've seen the ArriveScam briefing packages that went to Ms. O'Gorman. Your name is all over these documents, as is Min Doan and Kelly Belanger. This committee has been lied to by current and former senior CBSA leadership, particularly Mr. Doan, Ms. Belanger, and former President Mr. Osowski. I expect you to tell us the truth today. Will you agree to that, sir?
Thank you for the question. I hope that everyone tells the truth and answers your questions to the best of their ability.
Thank you.
I will certainly do that.
Thank you.
So, as you can tell, he's already scared. Mr. Brock just has to come in with the hard-hitting questions, and you know he will. He always does.
Final point on, without deliberating any further, is who at CBSA was responsible for the decision to choose GC strategies, also known as Government of Canada strategies. We've had evidence from Cameron MacDonald on 2 occasions confirming that, Mr. Antonio Utano confirming that it was Min Doan. We also have what was really telling is a public document, an ATIP response from CBSA, which confirms in Annex A of the document that, and I'm going to read this out, who made the decision to contract GC? My office. This is in reference to Min Doan's office and Kelly Belanger's office. Same office. My office made the decision to pursue the contract with GC Strategies. The 2 proposals for the work were presented to the CIO and President, and the decision was made to proceed with GC Strategies as their proposal and approach aligned what the CBSA was looking for, particularly rapid staff augmentation. The Deloitte proposal was a managed service using their cloud instance. This would have involved additional risk and did not align with our decision to build cloud mob competencies with the agencies. Are you prepared right here and right now, sir, Mr. Moore, to confirm once and for all that it was Min Doan who ultimately made the decision to go with GC Strategies? Yes or no?
So I'd like to provide some additional clarification for the committee. So there were 2 decisions here. The first decision was how the ArriveScam app would be developed. That decision was a staff augmentation decision. The decision was to keep this in-house in order to develop the app and use staff augmentation to bring in the technical services required. The other option was the managed service approach, which is the Deloitte option. It was decided at that time by the executive committee that the managed services option would not be appropriate because it was unclear what the statement of work would be from the Public Health Agency of Canada.
Sir, this is all evidence we've already heard. I don't need you to waste valuable time that I have to repeat that. I'm sure you've been following the committee and you know what the evidence has already led. Will you confirm with me right now, at this point in time, that Min Doan was charged with the responsibility of choosing Government of Canada strategies?
So I can confirm once the staff augmentation model was agreed, the ISTB branch was responsible for putting in place the resources required, whether those be resources from.
And was that Mindone, sir? Yes or no? Was that
He was the
Mindone?
vice president of the Information Science and Technology.
Was that Mindone, sir? Yes or
He
no?
was the vice president, and it was a decision made by.
And the vice president at that time was Mindone, correct?
Correct.
Why did you have a difficult time saying that?
Because he is the vice president.
Right.
All the documentation has been signed.
End of discussion. You've now confirmed, as many people have confirmed, that it was Mindone. Mindone repeatedly lied to this committee, saying he didn't personally make that decision, his team did. So I'm very glad for your honesty, and we can clarify that and move on.
But I think
Now, this was, sir, I asked the questions. This was such a political hot potato for the government that the Minister of Public Safety at the time, Marco Mendicino, had significant concerns with Government of Canada strategies, particularly with the millions of dollars received. And we now know that they receive upwards to $19 million for their involvement in this particular boondoggle. Now, we know that Mr. McDonald, Cameron McDonald, was threatened by Mindone on October 28, 2022. There was a phone call. He was told that the public safety minister at the time, Marco Mendicino, was unhappy with the ArriveScam media coverage and wanted someone's head on a platter. He was worried that either he or you, sir, Jonathan Moore, were going to get fired, so he was talking about someone's head on a platter. Is that my time?
That is your time.
Well, it sounds like Mindone might be in a lot of trouble if he doesn't have some very, very good answers for the committee next time they have him on in the hot seat. And well, as always, Brock comes out swinging, asking some great questions, and of course, there's more to go through. But with my short amount of time, I hope you enjoyed, and like always, comment, like, and subscribe. You've been served.